Welcome. In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at this SVWSUN 36000 mAh solar power bank. So this was provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. If you find this video helpful and you want to purchase one of these, I'll put a link to it in the description on Amazon. And if you use that link, it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost you anything extra. So on the side here, it says iPad, GPS. It has some phones, iPod, switch, and more. It says for traveling, camping, hiking, fishing, beaches. It says USB, no memory effect, quick charge, high conversion efficiency, 72-hour safety test. Okay, so here's the power bank. The manual here. Pull this apart a little more. We have a USB Type A to USB Type C cable. So this shows the different parts. So here are the specs. The battery type is lithium polymer. Has micro USB input at 5 volts at 2 amps. Has USB Type C input 5 volts at 2 amps. Solar charging is 5.5 volts at 300 milliamps. It has 3 USB A outputs, 5 volts at 2.1 amps. The charging time is about 12 hours using a 10 amp charger. The working temperature is 0 to 50 degrees Celsius. The product size is 172 by 87 by 25 millimeters. The product weight is 480 grams. So this does have an LED light. This talks about the operation of it. So you hold down the power button to turn it on. You press it again to go into the lower mode, and then you press it a third time to go into the SOS mode. So this talks about the light itself. It has 4 LED lamp beads. It says whole lamp power is 1 watt, 120 lumens. It has 2 levels of brightness. When the power supply is fully charged, it can continuously illuminate for 80 hours in highlight mode and 120 hours in soft light mode. And that talks about the SOS. Next we have the LED status light. So this tells the status of your battery. So each light is 25% of the battery. So to charge this, you can use a power adapter. You can also place it in the sun, and I'll talk about that a little more in a minute. And then to charge devices, you plug them into the USB-A port. And these are precautions and warnings. These are going to be standard, but I would recommend reading through this if you get this. So let's get this charging. I'll use the USB Type-C cable it came with. So I think this is kind of a handy feature here. This has a micro USB and a USB Type-C cable to charge it. So it comes with USB Type-C, but a lot of devices already use micro USB to charge things. So if you already have a micro USB cable, or maybe you're somewhere and you forgot your cable and that's the only cable you can find, you can use that to charge this up. So that's very handy having that on there. I'll plug this in to start it charging. There we go. It's currently charging at 0.2 amps. That can change quite a bit. I don't know how much charge is in here right now. Let's see if I press the button. Let me unplug it first. So the 25 is flashing, so I think it might need charge. So the primary means for charging this is the USB. It can take a long time to charge a power pack with solar, and that's not just this power pack, it's any power pack, because only so much sun is hitting this, only so much energy is hitting this. So the best way to use this is to charge it up with your USB, and then if you're out and about, say you're hiking, you're at the park, you're camping, when it's convenient, you want to take this out and say place it on a picnic table where the full sun can hit it. And then you can use it throughout the day, and then you just use the solar to help keep up the charge on it. So the solar may or may not be able to replace all the charge you take out of it, but the whole point is that it's prolonging the amount of time this is going to work for you. So this is a 36,000 milliamp hour power pack, so that's huge. They give some examples on the Amazon description. It can charge an iPhone 8 10 times, it can charge an iPhone 12 7 times, Samsung S9 6 times. So you can get a lot of charges out of this. So when it's solar charging, you'll see the green light up, and it's kind of hard. You can just barely see it here. The blue lights are lighting up here as it's charging with this. So it has the button on the side, and it has the USB Type A ports here on the end for charging your devices, and then we have that cob light on the bottom. Let's see if I can turn that on with it plugged in. Looks like I can. I will turn off the overhead light so we can see this a little better. There we go. Press it, that's the lower setting. Press it again, we have SOS mode. So let's go back to the bright mode. So that's the bright mode again. So you're not going to search for someone in the woods with this, but you could use this to, say, walk to the bathroom if you're at a campsite. If you have a net at the top of your tent, you could put that in there to light your tent up. Certainly when your eyes adjust to the dark, you'll be able to see more with a light that's at this level. But this could work well like if you're getting ready at night in your tent. So you could get your sleeping bag ready. I think that's plenty of light for that. And you could read with this also. Even on this lower level, if you put it up against a book, you could read with that or read a map or something. Oh, it looks like after the SOS mode, it has this fast flicker, and then it turns off. So to clarify, this has a high mode, low mode, SOS, and the fast flicker, and you hold it down to turn it on, and you just keep pressing through the modes to turn it off. So I'm going to let this charge up, and then I'll plug some devices into it to test it. Okay, I charged this up a bit, and the charge rate did increase to just under 2 amps. So now I'm going to plug in a few devices. Here I have an iPad, so I'll plug that in, and that is charging. Next I have a switch. That is charging. And lastly, I have a Bluetooth speaker here. It's hard to see the light on that one. So that's the SVWSUN 36000 milliamp hour solar power bank. So as you can see, this can easily charge multiple devices at once, and at 36,000 milliamp hours, this has huge capacity. So this is good for a single person on an extended outing where they need to charge their device multiple times, or it could be good for a group of people like a family. So you could use this to charge your cell phones, tablets, and any other devices that use USB to charge. So I have like shavers, hair trimmers, flashlights. So if you're camping, you can charge your flashlight with this. There's so many devices now that use USB for charging. So having an integrated solar panel is nice, so you can add some charge to this when you're not using it on a sunny day. So this would be great at like a beach. You could set that out in the sun, or when you're camping, hiking, picnicking, things like that. Aside from that, I really like the build of it. The look has a texture on the backside, it's smooth, and it also has an integrated light. And that light will last a long time. So this could be great for using as a night light. So if you're staying in a vacation rental, a hotel or something, and you need a night light for the bathroom, you can put that on low, set that in the corner, and it'll run for, days on end. Of course, you turn it off during the day. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.